Welcome to this week's episode of Humans in 5.
On this Materials and Methods segment, we're going to talk a little bit more about what's in your genes.
What?
I mean, your genes!
Oh! In recent years, genetic research has become a huge part of anthropological and human evolutionary research. Discoveries of the Denisovans and our interbreeding with Neanderthals have made a lot of headlines. A lot of news stories and research articles have also focused on the genetic diversity found within and between different global populations. We also have a massive fascination with commercial genetic studies. Many different companies offer the opportunity to unzip your genes and examine a range of genetic qualities, from ancestry to health.
Today, we're going to go a little deeper into how these commercial genetic companies can start with a few cells from your body and end up delivering a report that can tell you where your family roots are and what health secrets your genes may contain.
One main evolutionary tool used to find out where your genes come from is called the founder effect. The founder effect describes what happens when people move to new locations around the world. Think of a group of 10 people. If 5 of them leave the group, then only 50% of the genes present in the original group will be present in the group that left.
Over many generations, as people move farther and farther from their original group, the diversity in each population decreases, and the genes present become more and more unique. In human populations, the founder effect came into play as our species left Africa. As we move farther and farther away from Africa, the genetic composition of groups in distant regions changed.
These changes allowed geneticists to recognize the general region or area where a person's ancestry and genes originated from. While the region often cannot be narrowed down to a country level, it still provides some clues about where your ancestors wandered in the past.
That helps explain how geneticists can tell us where we come from. But what about when they make predictions about our health? Some studies are able to detect your odds of having certain conditions, like being able to drink milk or metabolize alcohol.
In the year 2003, the Human Genome Project was completed. This huge international project was dedicated to discovering what all the bits and pieces of our DNA corresponded to in our living tissues. We know that DNA plays a role in how our bodies function, but before this study, we didn't really know what parts of our DNA contributed to our daily health and functions.
Now that we have a better picture of what DNA segments impact our health, genetic testing companies can use that information to look at your genome and see what secrets your body holds.
This isn't to say that genes can tell us everything. The presence of a certain gene does not always mean that you will experience its effects. For example, some people have a very flushed appearance when they drink alcohol. This is due to the effects of a defective form of alcohol dehydrogenase, which breaks down alcohol in your body.
In some people, this faulty enzyme is directly related to a specific genetic segment, which often correlates with a 6 to 10 times increased risk of developing esophageal cancer. However, just because you have that particular gene, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have esophageal cancer.
If you're ever interested in having a genetic test done, or if you already have had one done, hopefully this gives you a picture of what's happening inside your genes.
Thanks, and see you next time on Humans in 5.
See you then!